me. Coming up, John Travolta loves men ding fences. But are they any good? We won't discuss. But first, what's the latest news on the war on smoking? Bill Schultz hits the streets, figuratively, although I wish it was literally.
You look like a film buff because you are buff. I can tell you work out.
Will health experts have a fit if Brad Pitt doesn't quit? A study in the latest issue of Pediatrics, I love their word jumbles, found that for every 500 smoking scenes a child saw in PG-13 movies, his or her likelihood of picking up the habit increased by 49%, which is just 1% below 50. Which led its authors to conclude that the Motion Picture Association of America should automatically assign an R rating to any flick that has even one Marlboro moment. So I decided to send the blackest lungs on the staff out into the masses to see if America agrees.
Should one smoking scene equal an R rating? I'm here in Times Square to see what the people think, because I'm all about the people. That's it. I'm done. That was just going to do a short intro. I'm done. What's up, babes? Listen, quick question for you. Smoking, should every scene in a movie that features it be rated R? Your thoughts?
I don't really think so.
Oh, I think that's a little extreme.
Like extreme as far as skateboarding or anything involving Mountain Dew, or extreme as far as too much?
I think that people are very knowledgeable when they're smoking cigarettes. They know what they're doing.
Let people make up their own minds. Just don't let me smoke in the movie. Period.
I miss those days. It might be hard for you to believe by looking at me, but I was actually born in 1922. Not only could you smoke in movie theaters, you could do opium. What about cartoons? Can you picture Cruella de Vil without her elongated cigarette? All right, what if you've got a scene where someone's jaywalking? By the way, check out that dude right there. If that's not a superhero, I don't know what is. You know what his special power is? Perfectly symmetrical nipples.
Where do you come up with these questions?
I have a bunch of Korean boys that do nothing but write them out for me. They're not here legally, so they work well into the night. You look like a film buff because you are buff. I can tell you work out. I'm going to ask you a couple questions, and if you get most of them right, you might just get yourself a prize. Which character in Pulp Fiction rolled his own drum cigarettes?
John Travolta?
Correct! Very good.
That was the actor.
Yes, his name was Vincent Vega. And how upset was John Travolta that he didn't get to participate in the Gimp scene? In the underrated 2005 adaptation of Christopher Buckley's novel, Thank You for Smoking, how many times do we see people, I'm trying to do an interview here? In The War of the Roses, which of these three actors became so stressed out by said war that they break a glass emergency cigarette case and restart their habit? A, Michael Douglas, B, Kathleen Turner, or C, Danny DeVito?
Danny DeVito, no doubt.
I would have also accepted Greg Gutfeld because they are basically the same person. Name one actor among the ensemble cast of the 1999 movie 200 Cigarettes.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I will accept I don't know, and also that movie sucked. This guy deserves a prize. Cigarette girl.
Yeah. Pull your shorts or your skirt or whatever.
Cigarette girl. Open the thing. We have Camel Lights and we have Marlboro Reds. What'd you like?
I'll take 0.
0?
Appreciate the offer.
Do you want cigarette girl?
I see Camel there.
Camel? You
Yeah,
got it.
Camel.
Wouldn't kill you to smile and maybe lose the gum. Show him the merchandise. Here. All right, would you like Camel Lights or Marlboro Reds? Or again, my phone number.
I'll take the phone number.
Best man on the street ever. So what have we learned today? The R rating for smoking is stupid. People like free cigarettes, and speaking of cigarettes, I need a new cigarette girl.
Who is that?
I think the real winner in that MOS was your hair, Bill.
Yeah, it was a very humid day, and really the only thing that was lighting up was my hair. I had a lot of split ends.
You've got body I'd kill for.
This body or this body?
Should
All of
they,
it.
what do you, real quick around the horn here, smoking in movies, big deal, no big deal?
Doesn't this bring us back to sex again? Isn't that what the ratings are about?
Yes.
Anyway, that's what I thought.
DeVito?
Smoking after sex? Is that what we're talking about?
No, in films.
Oh, in films.
Creep.
You know, come on. I mean, what was the number they said? Every 300 scenes, it's a 40. How did they crunch those numbers?
Yeah.
That they've made kids watch 300 scenes of smoking and then 49%. Come on.
Yeah, and by the way, I go to see movies that have Gwyneth Paltrow in it, and I don't act like a stupid freak.
But look at your crafting. Your crafting is out of control.
You don't see 300 of them. That's
no, I do. Believe me, I do.
But your thighs look incredible.
Not to be Captain Slippery Slope here, but what's next? Chickens? Mm-hmm. Think about it, guys. We're turning it around.
Laura, thoughts? Final thoughts? Anything before we move on?
I love you all.
Oh, that's nice. Beautiful. All right, we're going to take a break. Coming up, as promised, the return of Mail Time. Did I promise that?
Mail time. Mail time. Mail time.
Yes, it's Mail Time. The address is redeye@foxnews.com. You send me something to read, and I will pretend to read it, and then I will insult you. Kathleen writes in concerning America's Olympic uniforms being made in China. She writes, no one in America dresses in a beret with a red, white, and blue suit. Why not hire a USA company and an up-and-coming designer? Ralph Lauren didn't need more money. This is a huge disappointment to us, folks. Is it really a huge disappointment? I mean, from a scale of 1 to 10, 1 getting pruny fingertips from a long bath, to 10, which is accidentally puncturing your esophagus on a sex toy that leaves you walking around with it in your neck all day. Where does this fall? If you say 10, then believe me, you don't know anything about suffering. All right, regarding the story on flipping off police officers being freedom of speech, a viewer writes, I was arrested for giving the finger last year. Glad to know I should sue. Well, as you know, whoever you are, the delivery of severed body parts is illegal, even if it was intended as a romantic gesture. And from the looks of the picture you sent, that's an amazing engagement ring. Your fiancé is one lucky but probably horrified young woman. Here's another about the finger from Terry in Arkansas, who's a retired police officer. He writes, I was a cop for over 20 years. One night, a group of kids were hanging out and flipped me off. Or one of them flipped me off. He went to jail. I was promptly told by my lieutenant I couldn't do that. But later, my guys told me that if anyone flipped them off, they would do the same thing to instill respect. That's life. Thanks for writing, officer. And after all these years, I do want to apologize for that night. I was rude and I should not have disrespected you. Having said that, do you know what happened to me in prison that one night? Do you really want to know what I went through? Do you really? Well, it was the most glorious experience of my life, so I guess I owe you big. Here's a letter from Frenchie, who's a maker of pens. Congratulations on 1 year with the 5. I am a pen maker and would like to send all of you a handmade pen. Please reply with an address. I don't want to buy material, make the pens, and they end up in a black hole. What? Funny story, that's exactly what happened with the last pens. Here's one from Jill. Greetings. I'm not sure why I titled this letter in that manner. Probably because I don't really know if anyone is going to look at this. But on the off chance, perhaps it's attention grabbing? Anyway, I love the show. Thanks so much and keep up the awesome. Well, Jill, you're right. I was going to fly right past this letter until I saw the flashy, ostentatious use of the phrase greetings, and I immediately dropped everything to respond. My condolences to my neighbor's baby. Finally, Gary emails us, you should have Lauren Sivan and Rick Leventhal on at the same time. Dude, I guess I could try, but I've only got a twin bed.